digital disruption or digital transformation is accelerating as a result of COVID-19. But I think generally, from a digital point of view, there are three major effects. The first is at a consumer level. As you well know, and we're doing it now, we communicate more online. We're using technologies that are perfectly efficient. And I see you more virtually, as you rightly say, than I saw you when I visited India, which would tend to be once a year. I can do this all the time. And communication. So number one is communication. Number two is online shopping. India is in the midst of an online shopping revolution, a digital shopping revolution, whether it be the investment by Facebook and others, such as General Atlantic and everybody else in Geo, and taking a stake in that and seeing how that platform aimed at the thriving, or well, not so much now, but historically thriving small business and medium-sized business community in India, full of entrepreneurs who are not just economically important, but politically important. So we're communicating online, we're shopping online, and the last thing, very importantly, we're educating our kids online, or trying to. Technology is not as good as it should be, but it will develop further. Curricula are not as good as they should be, but will develop further. So that's the consumer. At a media level, digital is sweeping all before it. Rupert Murdoch is closing more than 100 titles in Australia because they've become uneconomic. Newspapers here, magazines in their paper versions are dropping like flies, but the physical press is in decline elsewhere, and even in India, I think the statistics show it. And what COVID-19 has done is accelerate that decline. I'm not smart enough to figure out when exactly that's going to be, but whatever that date is, it's come forward as a result of COVID-19. You see free-to-air television under attack, if I can put it that way, from the streamers, from Netflix, from Disney+. Outdoor, important in an Indian context. Digital outdoor, interestingly, growing. Traditional outdoor in decline. So all these trends around media are being accelerated. So free-to-air TV and the switch to digital is becoming more important from a media point of view. And lastly, and most importantly, probably, the people who run enterprises, who run companies, who before COVID-19 were hesitant to go ahead with digital disruption and transformation because it caused enormous change in their organizations. And even if they wanted to do it, the people who actually run the company, not the mucky mucks at the top of the company, but the people who actually do the work, they were resistant to change too. Now all bets are off. Those days have gone. There is no status quo to disrupt. It's gone. Q2, in July and August, when companies report their Q2 results, there's going to be a lot of gloomy news. It will look like a bloodbath across most industries. Tech will be less, healthcare will be less, online shopping will be less, home entertainment. I see the markets are in a downdraft today, but I was just looking at the prices, and Netflix is up, and home entertainment and games will be more V-shaped. It's digital acceleration. It's not anything. Well, there are some new stuff happening, working from home, city centers becoming less attractive from an office point of view, from a residential point of view, disbursement of people, travel being less, and we can develop that further. But I think at its core, what you're seeing is an acceleration of change at a consumer level, at a media level, and last but not least, at an enterprise level.